San Diego, 1931. 12-year-old Roberto Alvarez is the youngest of his siblings, born on United States soil. He's El Futuro, their dream for a life away from the fire of the Mexican Revolution. Moved by anti-immigrant and anti-Mexican propaganda, the Lemon Grove School Board and Chamber of Commerce create a separate Americanization school for the Mexican children attending the Lemon Grove Grammar School. But the new Olive Street School is an old barn retrofitted for the children forced to attend a segregated school. Amid threats of deportation, the Comité de Vecinos risk everything to stand their ground and, with the support of the Mexican consulate, choose Roberto as the lead plaintiff in a lawsuit against the school board, in this vivid and uplifting novel in verse based on true events. Today's preview is A Sea of Lemon Trees, the Corrido of Roberto Alvarez by María, Dolores, Águila. I live in a sea of lemon trees, rows and rows of trees, studded with bright yellow globes, tightly tucked within glossy green leaves that rake your hand when you reach in to touch the sour-scented, cream-colored blossoms. I live in a sea of lemon trees atop a mesa, las raíces de mi familia stretching from the south, a volcanic quarry to the north, the foothills of Mother Miguel rimming the east, and blinding glimpses of the Pacific Ocean to the west. On the best days, the faintest briny breeze plays with the flour sack curtains on my window. I live in a sea of lemon trees with small patches of wild, where narrow-leafed romarillo, velvety salvia blanca, and golden yarrow grow. I live in a sea of lemon trees where the newspapers proclaim the greatest climate on earth, and it is. Mrs. Markland's ruler thwaps against the chalkboard and everyone jumps like marionettes on strings. Enrique, Mrs. Markland scolds, Mr. Green's office now. A sheepish smile spreads across Enrique's face as he walks slowly to the door, while Mrs. Markland scowls and taps her foot. To my left, Mary and Socorro hide their giggles behind their hands. That's enough, students, scolds Mrs. Markland. When I glance at my best friend, David, he shrugs. We go back to subtraction. Look, whispers David, they're sending him home. My eyes follow his index finger through the window as Enrique walks toward the Mexican side of town, La Colonia. Something about it does not sit right, but when Mrs. Markland calls my name, I answer the math problem because that is the only thing I am sure of. 436. During lunch, David and I trade burritos. I saw him, says Carter, his mouth full. He was playing around. Nuh-uh, says Pancho, shaking his head. He wasn't. What do you think, Roberto? Asks Carter. I shrug. Come on, Roberto, says Carter. I didn't see, I say. Your nose was buried in a book, laughs Pancho. I don't think they should have sent him home, says David. What do you mean, I ask. David, Pancho, and Carter look at each other. They only send the Mexican kids home, says Carter. The other kids always come back from the office. Haven't you noticed? I pick at the brown paper wrapped around my burrito as I think about this. He's right. But even though he is not wrong, it does not feel the way right should. The bell rings, and all at once books snap shut. Pencils clack as they are dropped against desktops. Chair legs scrape against the floor, everyone rushing to leave. The big school doors open like a mouth, and the students are a yawn pouring out. Mr. Green, the principal of the school, stands at the top of the steps, shading his eyes against the afternoon sun. When our eyes meet, I nod my head just like Papa taught me. "Goodbye, sir," I say. "See you after Christmas." He nods and smiles. I can't help noticing the way the skin around his eyes stays tight. Carter and Pancho come running to catch up to me and David. "Ball?" asks Carter. "Es el dia de la Virgen de Guadalupe," says David. "What?" asks Carter. Even though Carter is Mexican like us, he doesn't speak Spanish. "Day of the Virgin of Guadalupe," I translate. "Oh yeah," says Pancho, "I forgot." Carter wrinkles his nose and David shakes his head. "That means church," complains Carter. Everyone groans, but I don't mind. I like how Father Mesny's voice echoes while I'm sitting in the pews. "Did you hear Socorro's family is coming from Oklahoma?" says Pancho. "They're Okies." "What's an Okie?" I ask. "Can Mexicans be Okies?" asks David. I have more questions, but everyone is already talking about something else. David has too many brothers. I have 2 sisters, Mercedes and Beatrice, and 1 brother, Antonio. I am the youngest, El Bebe, according to Mama, and the only one at Lemon Grove Grammar School. We all walk home together, Carter, Pancho, me, David, and his brothers, who play tag around us, step on our shoes, and accidentally bump into us as we cross the tricky train tracks toward La Colonia. Hammers tap, tap, tap as we pass by the old barn on Olive Street. "What are they doing?" I ask, but no one has an answer. The rhythm of the hammers and the shouts of men over the uneven beat is almost a song. I peer through the fence, squinting to see beyond the wooden slats, but there is nothing, just the shack everyone calls La Caballeriza, and dust and nails, and not much else. And this has been a preview of A Sea of Lemon Trees.